Today, find out what Vladimir Putin fears more than anything in this world. It petrifies him more than the Nazis that he keeps imagining everywhere he looks. Definitely scares him more than your average tiger or leopard. So what is this very scary thing that makes the fearless leader of the not-so-free world afraid of his own shadow? Welcome again to the last show. Many are wondering why so many people in Russia support the war. Here is your answer.
Recently, a number of high-ranking Russian figures, from Patriarch Kirill to Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov, have come out with statements that Russia is fighting in Ukraine against Satanists or the Antichrist himself.
Putins Holy War. Who would have guessed it? The former KGB officer and the face of Soviet atheism in East Germany doesn't seem like the sort of man to dream of a religious empire. Neither does he seem like the kind of man who would cuddle with puppies, or kiss a fish, or run like a little girl. Clearly, he's a man of many mysteries. The biggest mystery is the source of his greatest fear. The man who can shoot a whale with a harpoon and tackle a tiger basically with his bare hands is petrified of, you guessed it, the gays. His paranoia about homosexuals is beginning to reach epic proportions.
These gays, they're trying to murder me.
Last week, when delivering his State of the Union address, Putin's mental health took yet another shocking turn. He finally admitted he isn't really fighting Ukraine, per se. Instead, he is, wait for it, trying to save Russia from all the pedophiles in the West.
Посмотрите, что они делают со своими собственными народами. Разрушение семьи, культурной и национальной идентичности, извращение, издевательства над детьми вплоть до педофилии объявляются нормой их жизни.
I mean, that's a great story, Grandpa, but how drunk do your countrymen have to be to believe any of this? Turns out, just your average Monday levels. Do any sober Russians, and I hear there are a few of you, actually believe that's what the world outside of Russia looks like? Let's see what this Russian lady thinks about the West.
У них 85 полов вместо мужского и женского. У них публичные дома для зоофилов. Они узаконили педофилию. Они теперь в стадии рассмотрения закон о признании нормы инцеста. Ребенок, например, в ЕС в 3 года должен выбрать себе пол. Если ребенок себе пол в 3 года не выберет, значит ребенка из семьи ювенальная юстиция изымает и отдает их в семьи гомосексуалистов.
She's right. That's exactly what the outside world looks like. Which is probably why some 2 million Russians emigrated from Russia since Vladimir Putin became president in 2000. All of them are now living in public houses for zoophiles and trying to decide which satanic bathroom to choose from. And they would still prefer that over living in Russia. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting is that you don't see a lot of Westerners trying to escape the evil empire and lining up to apply for asylum in Russia, with the notable exception of Edward Snowden, of course. Now that he has a Russian passport, he might actually get drafted. Ouch. But I guess it's still better than living in the US, because according to Russians, America is a terrible place to be.
Ну, ходить парады, к минимуму, устраивать, допустим, по центру, это пиздец вообще. Если вы гей, битесь спокойно дома.
Seriously, what is this obsession with gay people? Does the average Russian even know any?
Можете ли вы назвать какого-нибудь известного представителя ЛГБТ?
Ну, этот, кто он там? Я не знаю, кто он. Поет-то. Музыкант.
Кто-то в России?
Да ну нафиг, американец какой-то.
Элтон Джон?
Вот, точно.
Well, thank the Lord for Elton John. He seems to be the only gay person Russia can live with. As long as he keeps his gayness all to himself, of course. Russia, please tell us how you really feel about homosexuality.
А что относится, например, к семейным ценностям?
Ну, мама, папа, бабушка, дедушка, дядя, тетя. Ну, точно не родитель номер 1 и родитель номер 2.
Oh, right, we're back to family values.
Традиционные ценности. Семья есть это мужчины и женщины, и их производные это дети, а не гомосексуалисты, лесбиянки и всякие ЛГБТ.
It's funny because gays don't seem to pose nearly as much threat to a traditional Russian family as pretty young gymnasts do. Jesus, Vlad, the girl could be your daughter, maybe granddaughter. You want to lecture us about pedophilia, you dirty old man? Honestly, it's hard to take these accusations seriously from somebody who kisses little boys on their belly right in the middle of Red Square.
Summer 2006. Tourists are hanging out near the Moscow Kremlin. Not far from them is Putin. He approaches the boy, squats next to him, says something, and then he lifts up the kid's t-shirt and kisses his belly. Then immediately goes away.
Creepy. A few days later, Putin explained the whole incident on national television, which really cleared things up.
Он мне показался очень самостоятельным, знаете, очень серьезным. И в то же время ребенок всегда незащищенный и очень милый был. Мальчишка, просто, вот я вам скажу по-честному, просто захотелось его так потискать, как котенка.
That's so cute. Please, keep your pussy safe, Eastern Europe. By the way, if you want to learn more about Putin, check out who the next Putin might be. And please, subscribe.